see code numbers to let you know what level of food you're ingesting. But here, who go put code on top ginger for market?
True.
You know, and if we're now dependent on manufactured food, doesn't that put us at the mercy of the manufacturer? Is food we're talking about. And we know what the world has been over time. We can't lie to ourselves like there's been no attack on livelihoods. Say, for example, if we're going to argue for the insecurity of food, I feel like if the farms were safe and the farmers were kept safe, and the roads that connect network from farm to farm or farm to city or produce to consumption, if those were all right, we really wouldn't have an issue with GMOs. So why are we having that conversation as if we are totally dead on options that are natural? So that thought, I didn't want to keep it to myself alone.
And you felt like music was the perfect way to...
Music is, for me, the best way, especially when you're rapping, is the best way to express your thoughts exactly as is.
All right, let's bring the big bird into the conversation. First of all, I don't know how you're sitting here because you just wrapped up on a tour, right? Over 70 cities.
Big bird didn't wrap up tour. Is that Seun Kuti that was doing tour?
Seun Kuti.
took our body for 6 months. I told him I was releasing album. That I need to promote my album. He refused.
So how was let's talk to Seun Kuti for a second.
I didn't bring him outside. I don't like that guy.
Please like him here, please.
I don't like that guy. But let's call him. Oga, let's see me. You can't answer question.
Oh yeah, Oga, please answer your
yeah.
Over 70 cities, 24 weeks, UK, Europe, went on tour. You're still performing in Abuja, I think, in a few days.
I'm telling you, I don't know how I accepted that show.
How are you able to do all of these things?
Not juju. Not be ordinary eye. Let me just see if you try it. without serving something.
Yes.
Now let me just clear the air right now. It's juju. Yoruba will say Ogun Abenu Gongo.
You heard it here first.
Exactly. You know, embrace your culture. There's so much advantage. You know.
In the culture that we have.
Yes. You know, so
what
the ancestors kept me going.
Yes. What was the experience like for you? I know you've been on multiple tours, but
this is the longest time I've been on the road in a stretch. You know, like 6 months straight.
Wow.
Without coming back home or even having any tangible time in between, you know. So we did the States, Europe, you know. So I don't know. The experience was wild because man, it was a long time away from home.
Yeah.
You know, and also, you know, since COVID, live music is just like picking up again, really getting back to its old numbers and doing a good tour. Even my last show in Paris, I think I only posted it once.
Wow.
You know, and we sold it out. Like, we didn't even have to advertise it much or nothing. So it was a good experience all through.
Do you think that we're talking enough about the tours, especially what you do? I mean, we spoke about, you know, I think it was trending a few weeks ago about Femi Kuti being on tour, and then I think Maddie tweeted and said, why are people not talking about this? This is a man that is, you know, I mean, an advanced in age and is doing this thing, and people are not talking about it. They only want to talk about the bad news. Do you think that we're talking enough about the fact that you're constantly on tours and performing across the globe and the impact that you're having?
I don't think that much, you know, talking about us doesn't really fit the narrative of the Nigerian music industry, you know. It contradicts what, you know, is supposed to be popping, you know. So I think that's where the conversation gets lost in terms of having our genre represented in our own land as it should be. You know, culture for me is something that we have to also nurture. Culture takes a lot of nurturing for it to continue to evolve and grow with the times. You know, take classical music for example. Like you can't say like classical music is mainstream music, you know, but it's European culture and they invest a lot of money in keeping it relevant. You know, it's only in Africa that we allow trends to determine what culture should be. You know, so there should be trend and there should be culture, you know, and we also have to invest in keeping our culture relevant, in questioning it, seeing how it adapts and grows, you know. And in that aspect, I think we've dropped the ball on Afrobeat music, you know, especially in Nigeria, because, you know, people just feel like, it's true. You know, I think the entertainment industry and the people that control it do not pay enough attention to preservation of that which can also add more beauty and color You know, because in Africa today, am I supposed to believe like because MTV Base or maybe Trace do not play songs from people like Salif Keita, Youssou N'Dour, Tikin Jaffa Koli, and all these great African artists. That is also not African music. Like, you know, if you listen, African music is so wide.
It's so diverse, yeah.
Exactly, and there's just this need and push by the mainstream to present only one face as the only thing and the all in all, and I think that's just what's like that's betraying the true colors of Africa, because Africa is very colorful, you know. So yeah.
Do you think that we can fix that though? Because you know, a lot of people say that, I mean, it's far gone. They've created a formula that seems to be working, and this formula seems to be getting people those Grammys and creating categories for us. So do you think that's something that can still be fixed?
Well, it's not a broken thing. It's not as if it's broken. It's just, you know, what do we want to build? Yeah. This is a structure that's built. We can also build more structures and create more awareness. You know, about the things that we are doing as Africans. And this is not because of Grammy nominations or categories for outside validation. No, that's not another thing that we do that is weird. You know, we should do things as Africans because we say it has value. You understand? Like, because nobody else needs to understand. They don't understand it, good on them. But we do it because it has value to us, and we validate it, and we build it, and we run it, and, you know, things like that. So yeah, for me in that aspect, you know, it's not that it is broken or it needs to be fixed. I just believe that the society in itself needs to allow itself to experience the totality of itself. You know.
Before we bring back Big Bird into the conversation, you travel to places.
I don't like that guy.
You don't like that guy now. So before we bring Big Bird into the conversation, you travel to places like the US, the UK, Europe, and we see people, Caucasians, really vibing and dancing to your music. And sometimes it's somewhat disappointing that, you know, like you said, it's almost like it's one sound here in Nigeria. Do you think that you can have a successful tour across the states in Nigeria performing your kind of music, and people will show up and it's going to be as big as what you've done?
Well, I'm doing the first one in Abuja on Sunday. Let's see. Call me on Monday. Call me on Monday. I'll give you reports.
Okay.
On how it is.
We'll call you on Monday. So let's bring the Viper into this conversation. I mean, whose idea was it to have this EP? Because we could tell that both of you are cerebral, so I think you connect on that level, the things that are important to you, the way you speak. But how did this entire thing come about to say, you know what, let's make an EP together?
It's just as guys now.
Yeah.
I feel like music needs to also get back to the point where we're just having fun making it, although it's serious music. So we just had the conversation over, we've been talking about it, so from 1 track, 2 tracks, 4, we know in the space of 1 month at least, the majority of it was done. Then finalization maybe another month.
Wow.
So it was just from conversations, because of course we share consciousness about things. So it only makes sense that we make music together.
What stories do you want to tell from this EP? What are people going to take away from the project?
They're going to take away lyrics.
Yes. I mean, you're on the project, so yes.
The stories are in the lyrics. So they're different vibes. But I feel like they say, the pudding is in the eating, Abi.
The proof is in
the proof is in the eating. So when you chow the chow, you go know as it is. However, I also would like for us to get back to that point where, you know, people genuinely pay attention to the music they're listening to, not just because, you know, we're telling you to go and play. Yes, play the music, but listen, because our music involves you listening. Yeah. So other than that, I feel like, when you get the vibe, you get the vibe.
Yeah. Do you think people will listen?
People been listening. Yeah. People have been listening. Again, maybe we just need to redirect focus on certain areas.
Yeah.
You know, people have been listening. There are intelligent people that love intelligent music. The diversity has been crazy all over the world. He's telling me that he's on stage and there's a chap that's coming to shout "Mami Water, Mami Water."
Yeah, when I played in Amsterdam last year, was it? When I told you, it was last year, right?
Did you
do it last year? Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah.
At my show in Amsterdam, and from the crowd, some guy just, "Mommy, water." I was like, "Oh." You know, so yeah, it gets to where it gets to, and that was when we just released it on the original version of your album.
Yes. So I mean, we have back end, we see activity. Maybe we just need to be a bit more real with the so deserving spotlight occupation, you know, occupancy. People that occupy spotlights, we need to do a bit more with people that deserve it. So we are just not like every other thing in politics, you know, people in office but not necessarily maybe deserving of office. Yeah.
So do you think the media is dropping the ball here? Because I mean, the media, television stations, radio stations, blogs, it's everything, social media. Do you think we are dropping the ball? I have to include myself here. When it comes to sharing that spotlight and ensuring that people that deserve to be heard.
The media plays a heavy role in exposing music art to the public, but I can't now say it's the media because there are so many factors that affect, for example, the people within the media.
Exactly.
And I'll be lying to myself if I didn't stand on that in this argument. So yes, I know that the media plays a heavy role in the conversation we're having, but the media also consists of individuals that have struggles.
You know, even that also, like the people that set up these media platforms, you know, set them up for a reason. There's a DNA for them. You know, the DNA in them rather. You know, and I think people just are not deliberate about setting up media that preserves culture, you know, or media that exports culture, you know, or, you know, even pushes it, advances the conversations on culture. You know, everything is about maintaining status quo.
But then they will claim that it's culture because in a way, it's an act of you're right, because now there are some parts of the conversation that are, you know, we can't be analyzing like this because there are so many moving parts to the media affecting artistry and genuine artistry.
An argument that people have is money is an important thing, and you know, as much as we like to preserve culture and all of that, are we going to make money? Because again, people have to. Do you think that?
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, in the UK, for example, there's a station called Jazz FM. Yeah. You know, because people want to listen to jazz, just go there and listen to jazz. And that's it, and it's funded and it's well run and it's making money. Now, about the making money argument, this thing goes through a lot of things in our life as African people. You know, when it comes to things that we need as Africans, people always say, how will you make money? Where's the profit, bottom line? And I think that argument instills a certain inferiority complex in Africans. So we understand that we are not worthy of anything unless there's money to be made. You know, you go to Europe and America, there's nothing they do for their people that is profitable. The healthcare system loses money, education loses money, because it is not the profit. They make their people understand that you are worthy. We put this investment in you because it must be. You must be. You know, you are worthy of it. You know, but when we come to Africa, even healthcare, see how money. Where would the profit come from? Where would the money come? Everything is the profit motive, not because Africans deserve it. We are not deserving. So it goes into our psyche, you know, and it runs through everything that we do, and that's how we drop the ball in very important things.
We don't know how to evaluate value.
Exactly, we don't see the value in it.
Tied to just if it's money is value.
Yeah, everything is tied to the value of capitalism, of course, not that real value of humanity.
And here's a direct comparison to what he's saying. If it's by money truly, and media, there's media buy, and that's money speaking. That means a random person that may not be as musically gifted or not as deserving of spotlights, even though he deserves to be successful. But you don't deserve to be successful as a liar. So if you're not really an artist, you're not really an artist. But any random person now can pick up a record, put a medium melody on it, put auto-tune, whatever it is, just knock them join together and put so much money on it, it then becomes the norm of the reality of what a hit is. How do we tackle such? Because then it means any random person now can wake up and say, so I have $1 million to push music, and the music is J on air, J on air, J on air, J on air. That's good. Before a short while, everybody will be singing. Before a short while, everybody going to sing J on air, J on air, J. Before you know, you say you can't mistakenly blow as J on air. Can't do them again. Can't forget saying money take drum, and because of that, that audience is always passing. So you're feeding streams. They are streaming by. It's not concrete. Hence why Seun can have stories of tours out there. We can have stories of tours when we travel and do stuff as well. But it's not just about money. Money will always make the person that has the money be the highest rated person, but that's not how talent works or gift.
I mean, speaking of talent, I mean, Big Bird is rapping on this project. Talk to us about that you are rapping at this alter ego Big Bird that is rapping on this project.
Actually, I've had the urge to do some hip hop music for a long time. It's Seun Kuti that has been stalling and
that guy.
Ops. You understand when we did the ops, you must understand that we know that ops are within and around and so close. It had to be a theme song for the project, So yeah, I mean it's wordplay, it's lyricism. It's me. I'm one of those people, like, I enjoy songs where I can pick lines where people say things and it just sticks to you, and words that stand the test of time, that even become sayings among people. This thing comes out from lyricism, and rap is a good way to go through this. Many people don't know that I would have released a rap album long ago with Shanks. Julie, used to be we grew up in the same, and we made a whole album together already. But then, life happened.
Julie happened.
Yeah.
That Julie
It's
is
true.
a jab.
Shanks went and dropped Julie behind our back,
But being in the studio with Vector, who is the Viper, I mean, when we talk about lyricism, that's Vector. How was that process, bringing Big Bird out and, working with Vector, who is, a rap legend right now? So how was that process, like, working with him, especially knowing that you were entering into somewhat of his terrain, more of his terrain?
Rap, as I was explaining before, like, to a friend, the whole one we're doing the other show, like, in ancient times in Africa, when powerful warriors met in battle, they didn't used to punch or fight themselves, really. They used to exchange poetry. We used to say incantation or for. They exchange poetry with you, and how deep is your knowledge? Forget fighting blow to blow. What do you know? What do you know? That's how much that's how much Africans value knowledge. That your real claim over a man was not to beat him and punch him, or what do you know about this land where you live? What do you know about life? That was the battle. And when you see that today in rap music, you see only Africans in America could have come up with rap, because that is in us. That same, when you hear battle rap, Kendrick Lamar coming out and just lyrically with poetry finishing one other rapper. Finish him.
Are you saying that other rapper was finished?
Yeah, it was finished though. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what everybody's talking about right now. That rapper was finished. It was finished like Hot Indomie. Hot Indomie after too loud. Hot Indomie and egg. It was just too loud. You understand? Those melu pepper, spicy Indomie. You will finish and you go scrap the plate. Oh, that.
Do you agree? Do you agree that that other rapper was finished by Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick took the crown on this one.
No, I think barring going out to actually shoot somebody. That was, the only thing the other guy can do to come back is to go and shoot this, that. There's no other. Called him a pedo, call all his friends pedophiles. Once you are called a pedo, that's just it.
No coming back.
There's no coming back from pedo. How do you come back? Tell me, how do you come back from pedo? There's nothing you want to do. They come up for here, just see this guy pedo. Come on.
Vector, do you think that we're lacking that? Because it was such a moment when Kendrick, and of course we know that the Grammys are not the highest form of achievement for an artist. There are other things, but we knew going into that Grammy season that was Kendrick Lamar's year. He was going to get all of that. But more than that, culturally, I remember when he was called out to win best rap album or whatever. When he got on stage, people were singing the songs, while he was walking. It was such a cultural moment. Do you think we're really missing that in our rap here in Nigeria?
That's how you know how many people's girlfriend Drake as
girlfriended.
How many people Drake don't offend through their girlfriend?
Because they were too happy.
Listen, the industry formed Voltron. It was a kumbaya movement. But, finally, hold hands. Hold hands on this brother.
See, we're together. Form Voltron.
He's not like us.
If he was, he would be taking our women.
He's not.
He would have to do what he's doing. So, I mean, Vector, so yeah.
And the fact that even Lil Wayne, Kendrick touched on it. Step with Lil Wayne, girl, in jail, then apologizing. He touched on it.
Yeah.
Serena, everybody, only you.
He doesn't want to let this go. So I'm thinking to come back to that question. Do you think we're missing that? Because when we think about how fun rap has been, I mean, we think people are doing stuff, right? I mean, you have Odumodu on the project as well. But when we think back to that moment, we think back to you and MI. It's just crazy, and think back to, and it's almost like it's not what it used to be. Do you think we're missing that, and why do you think that is?
So I don't think you're missing a moment where two people are feuding.
Yeah.
It's not a moment you're supposed to be expecting. I guess that's also one thing that maybe the general public on this side need to understand. Those moments, and not unless you're PRing it, which then takes away from it. But if it's real, it's real. But yeah, there was Mode 9 and Rugged at some point. So and those things, there was Pac and Big at some point. There's Young Jeezy and Gucci Mane at some point. So it's not a thing that as long as human beings exist, there will be clash.
There'll be clash, yeah.
But I don't think it's a thing we need to be saying, oh, are we craving that? Because it's deeper than rap for so many people. So you also need to be careful because, like we're talking about Kendrick and stuff, it's a culture moment and it has stamped something.
And somebody still got shot.
Yeah.
In Drake's house.
Yeah, so in my head, I'm not really trying to. I don't.
So beyond the music, it translates to.
Yeah, even beyond the music, it's just basic. Two human beings will disagree, and if we go by it the way our ancestors did it with, Sabi waiting life there about Ile, that'd be fine, But it still doesn't change the fact that that's like tense moments, and it's real for so many other people, especially fans. But let the music be music. We can talk about so many things lyrically in Nigeria that will still blow rap a bit more. Over just trying to be lyrically supreme over the other person. Plus, most of the people that like to be lyrically supreme are really not. You just talk. So maybe we should be a bit more self-conscious with our lyricism in parts. We are not saying don't have fun.
I have battle bars for Diesel. I'm ready.
And now, in that self-consciousness, battle bar.
Who do you think would get into the ring with you and you're going to flog them with your bars right now?
Well, why do you think Vector is in my album? He's trying to prevent me from killing him with the bars. Odumodu too quickly called me. So if the two best rappers have already become my allies.
What about Talib Kweli?
No, that's abroad. I'm saying
okay,
here.
Nigeria, okay.
If I go abroad, I won't cause problem. I have battle rap for Jay-Z.
That's why I said it could be Jay-Z.
Listen, I don't really give Jay-Z one job for the project.
Okay, yes.
Who else?
Jay-Z.
Yeah. I'm ready. I want to go.
You want to smoke?
Yeah.
I mean, thank God you brought up Talib Kweli. We also have Vic Benza. We have Odumodu. How did you pick, collaborations? Kuti is on this as well.
Yes.
How did you pick collaborations for,
Man no man. It was based on man no man. See who we know.
But first, you can't write letter go man no war.
who we know. Yes. Anybody who we know.
We can arrest them as man no war.
Yeah, exactly.
For them to
show straight.
Show love.
But it's crazy. Talib is on this project though. I think for me that's I mean, what's the relationship like with him?
Talib is a brother. He's one of my closest friends in the music industry. If you check his project too, I did a song with him and Casper called Nat Turner.
Okay.
Yeah. How did the song go? Let's get free for a living. Yeah, I think that's the name of the song. Nat Turner was the name of the song. I worked with him at Madlib on different projects back in the day. Most Def, the whole Black Star thing. So we've really had a good relationship over the years. So when we were doing this project, I was like, yo, send us some verses, bro. And we were like, bet, say less.
And that was it.
That was
fire,
it.
Bro.
That was it.
And the guy sent in some fire.
Some fire verses.
So Odumodu being on this as well. I mean, I feel like if you are a present day rapper, I don't know if that's the best way to classify it, and you're on this project, it's almost like a sign off. I mean, this is Vector, this is the Big Bird. I mean, on such I mean, this is a great EP. So the one being on this project is obviously saying something about the work that he's doing. Are there any other rappers that are, I mean, pretty new that you think are, you know, delivering when it comes to lyrics, the music, and just generally?
There are too many people delivering when it comes to that. There are so many. There are so many. But Yoruba say, "Omotoba shikpani yangbe." So now picking with open arms, now mama they carry. We can't deny the fact that there's a struggle, but you have to win in that struggle and, you know, come up. That said, Odumodu is not on this album because we are picking the best out of all now. It's just there's a relationship there.
Yeah.
You know, and we also need to get back to that in music, whereby there's genuine relationship. Not that this one has numbers, this one has numbers. Let's join numbers together. You know, there's no real chemistry. So most of the people on this,
where music becomes gimmick.
yeah, most people here now, there's chemistry, there's relationship. With Vic Mensa, there's some sort of relationship that connects to it. With Talib Kweli, there is. With Odumodu, there is. With Made, there is. With Seun and the bands, because Seun is Made's now era. So with us is who we can reach that has value. There's GMK, the producer. There's Self. So it's just basically about that, not because Odumodu is the guy popping now. There's a real relationship there. That's why he's also on the record.
And then he matches the persona.
The persona of the particular record is on as well. He fits perfectly into that song.
Do you have songs that will be talking about the present day government and things just happening? I mean, you're on the project. So
no, I mean the project is, I think, kind of eclectic in the way that it's a bit of every mood that we felt while we are making it. You know, our relationship is kind of like captured. You know, be it our political relationship, our social relationship, you know, the dynamics of it. It's everything. We kind of put it on the album. Those things that we enjoy, you know, our history, you know, our people, you know, having fun. Wanted the album to really represent that, you know, the true color of our friendship. You know, so it's not like only serious political songs. It's gangster shit. Pardon my French. You know, I thought I was going to make it on this show without cursing, but there you go. There you go.
So basically has everything. So, I mean, saying that this project definitely touches on a lot of things, what are your thoughts on the present day happenings? And I'm asking because I know that I don't know if you get tired when you get asked this kind of questions, but I mean, your position as somebody that people definitely listen to when it comes to present day issues. Now, we know for one, there's going to be a new tax law come 2026 where people are going to be paying tax on everything, and even on fuel, 6% when you go to buy fuel from the gas station. So these are things people are talking about. So what are your general thoughts on that and just many other social issues?
Well, the game that's been played on the Nigerian professionals is that, you know, first, you know, we've been alienated from the grassroots as professionals. You know, we that we have jobs, the working class, we that we say we are making it, that have some comfort, you know, that we enjoy some comfort within this oppressive system. The government is looking for a way to make sure that we fund this country. That's just the game that is being played. That everything about this country is paid for by our pocket. That the oil resources, the oil resources, the natural resources, the Commonwealth is for them and their cronies to pocket. The opportunities, you know, is for them to pocket. You know, but then the burden of running the country is placed heavily on the working people, on the professionals, who instead of rising up to join the working class to change this system, believe that they too are going to be the next Dangote. So they excuse the excesses, you know, of this group.
Now by turn.
Yeah, thinking that one day
But the argument some people have is that, you know, abroad people pay these taxes. So
but the salary they pay them, when people always compare Nigeria to the abroad, we can't do that. It is because, you know, so few of us that want to feel, you know, we can go to America every summer. We live in VI, even though our water is smelling like shit, like real sewage. Sorry, we think we are in New York, you know. So we are the ones that come and start saying insane crimes, you know. I don't understand it. You don't pay people the same salary as they pay in these Senate climbs. And these Senate climbs that you are, you know, copying, I used to be like, do you think you can inherit the glories of America, for example, without inheriting shortcomings? Do we want you want Nigeria to be civilized, and then they are going to shoot children in schools, Abi? Now we are seeing it. No, it's true. Yeah. Because if you are following them, it will be manifesting in your society. This meaning of their success. Last week they just killed that many kindergarten children in school. You know, how are they killing African people on the streets there? Same way we are doing here. So we need to be brave to reimagine a world that can work for us. You know, that is original to us. You know, and that's what Nigerian professionals, I feel, need to embrace. You know, else will just they will keep piling the bill of running the country on us. That's just what's going on. You know,
unity of purpose. You just need to get to that point of unity of purpose. We are not saying leave tribe out of it, leave all those sentiments.
We don't have to like ourselves, man.
Bro,
we just need to want
this is the
good
argument.
things for each other.
Everybody's struggling. Come and agree. If you know say you no struggle, no come and agree. You see that majority of people will agree on something and pick one and let's deliver on that one. If not, we'll just keep staying in this cloud of pressure in a society where what they're expecting you to give back into, or what they're expecting you to give, they're not protecting how you're making it. You know, so yes, tax is understandable, but if the system that is taxing is, you know, is solid for the people that they're taxing, so it only just makes sense for everybody to wake up. And it's going to be, if we have unity of purpose, it won't be violent. It will just be basic, straight to the point. That is all of us together, if we can achieve that.
I mean, they call it the European Union. You know, it's not as if Europeans are united.
But they still come together.
Exactly, to make positive decisions for themselves. You know, things that affect them positively, and they want to work on it. And I think that we Africans, it's part of what I was telling you before, that we don't believe that we are worthy. That's just it. We've been raised to think that Africa is not worthy of anything. Even our talents, even to put your talent in your country.
Our language, bro.
People think you are
self-alienated.
That if you are fighting for your country, you are stupid.
Yeah.
If you are talking for your country, that, you know, we've been so removed from valuing ourselves. You know, that's why these things happen to us, really. You know.
All right, guys. In case you want to call into the studio, we have a few more minutes before we wrap this conversation up. You want to speak to the Big Bird, you want to speak to the Viper. Calling to the studio 091 30,000 885. That is 4 zeros in between. 091 30 885. I'll take one or two phone calls. If you have a message, same number, WhatsApp or SMS 091 30,000 885. So I want to bring Vector now. I'm not calling the Viper, I'm bringing Vector because of where because of where I'm about to go with the conversation. I mean, in July you put up a post this year and last year, and I don't even know where I'm going to.
No.
Where you were where you were talking about your dad. And it almost feels like this is something that you're talking about every single year now. You're writing and telling us different aspects of his life. And why is that important for you to constantly share that memory, especially with us, your fans, on social media? I know that he passed on in 2017.
Yes.
And you said that you could barely cry in an interview when that happened. So talk to us a bit about why you think it's important to just keep on talking about that.
Okay, so I don't even think it's important to keep on talking about your father. I just feel like every time in remembrance of him, those things pop up. Now, that's one side. I feel like it might make sense for people to know how to maybe appreciate the masculine energy in their lives a bit more, especially since a lot of people are being judged by the mishaps in their character, forgetting like there's an essential part. So Teslim wasn't perfect, but he laid a foundation that I feel like, just in the sense of fatherhood presence, so that your growing child can have reference. You know, in the nearest future about why they're a certain way, which is also helping you to not self-alienate, because from what I've checked, most of us men, we end up with the same characters as our fathers. I'm talking deeply now, not based on surface. Yes, we're different people, but we share like the same energy. So that it may just make sense now that I'm considering outside of what I said initially. It may just make sense that people reading that will be able to see the genuine masculine relationship and the values of it in the life of a human being. You know, and it's not just me. It's my brothers, it's my sisters. They all agree with the energy that we've learned. Someone sent me a 10 paper that he did on Ogun. And in understanding Ogun as the god of iron and what it represents, and like the spirit of transformation, strength, and warriorship of some sort. At a point in that 10 paper, this boy was literally describing my father. And my last name is Ogumefun. So what about those understandings of the self? right? The one that is very, very clearly true to you outside of external validation. Like the one that you know that, okay, Omo Babe, like they'll say, Omo Fela, you know, Larry, Olanraju, Omo Teslim, you know. What does that mean? You know, because I also said this to an American rapper. I'm like, yo, your son is here and security the whole time. Omo, leave him, let him run. As he dropped the boy pianta, I said, Omo, moto the jump person here, I fell first. But the idea is, over here, if you come back to Lafiaji again and they see your son, they say, Omo Simba niye. That's why you can't really be a deadbeat. Because now you that they take reference, now your papa they take reference to you, and now you that take reference to your picking. Not that they don't have an identity of themselves, but it's also attached that way. So I feel like on that level of thought, it might do a great service to men to know how to evaluate and appreciate masculine energy in their lives from formative years.
Do you think that, I mean, with conversation on social media now about, you know, gender conversations, you know, do you think that we are not highlighting the struggles of men, that we are not talking about the positive sides?
We'd be going against the nature of men. We barely highlight it ourselves. You barely talk about your struggles, but it's not in a negative way. Just, you know, man gas chest things and move on. I feel like men need to have a bit more hangout time.
I complain, no. I don't chest and move on. Let me just
you go complain, but say you go social media, they go talk. You say we're not talking about it enough. You complain, but it's you don't hold on to it because you have to
complain too.
Okay, please invite me next time so we can deliberate.
Let's take at least one phone call, just one. Welcome to the
I
show.
like to complain. I'm sorry.
Please use your headset. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello. Hello? Yeah, try to call me back if you can. We have very few minutes to go. All right, this person here says, greetings, Jay. Oluwa from Surulere. Shout out to my fellow Gregorian Vector and Big Bird Show. Can't wait to listen to the gangster work. Peace. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello?
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome. Go ahead. Join the conversation, please.
I'm speaking from Banana Island. My name is Mr. Isaac Anodwa.
Okay, Mr. Isaac.
The man in the studio speak well. But one thing I want you to know that a nation or a country speaking different language can never achieve anything. Look at the whole world that achieve something. They speak only one language. Nigeria is speaking different language. How will you achieve anything? How will you
China speaks a few languages too.
Unite. Speaking different language. Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. Are we one? We are not one. So that language you cannot. That language you can't make it at all.
Many countries speak more than one language, and they
the
still make it.
Language. We don't have one common language we are speaking. We are different, so we can never unite ever.
Can I say something to you? This is what it is. In your own language, Ray, this is it. In your own language, be as human as you can.
Okay.
In your language, be as humanly humane as you can and leave the rest. Let me be humane. Let you be humane. Because in the sense, the only way all of us are one is that we are all human beings. That is the way we are one.
But this means that it's only in Africa we speak more than one language. Even in France,
yeah,
you don't speak one language.
What we are talking about is humanity.
Not just the language. Yeah. Welcome. Exactly. Go ahead.
Yes, good evening, Jerry, Vector, and Seun. My name is Abednego. You've got a great project. I'm happy about it that this one finally happened, especially with the matter that had to drop. We waited for that song like forever. So, but yes, like I'll be like, we don't even lose weight. So we are happy that you finally dropped it. And I've not completely checked out the body of work, but I'll definitely do that now. Didn't even know when it dropped.
It's out on the 19th. No, you're out.
The full album is out on the 19th. We only have 2 singles out now.
Okay, sharp. So I'll prepare for it then. But I'm happy that you both are on one show today. Only Jay can make this happen. Love it.
Thank you so much for calling, man. Thank you so much. All right. So, I mean, do you want to say more to that? The caller before Abednego that was speaking about language.
No, as I said, like the issue we have in Africa is not based on our different. These are the different things that they tell us. If you look at the top of the pyramid in Nigeria, many of our politicians and billionaires, and they're all from different. They're also Nigerians, and they all speak different languages. You know, and they tend to make things work for themselves, you know, where they are. It is really people that they tell that Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo means you cannot have good housing. How does that mean you can't have good housing, good road? You know, unity is, as I said, you know, people want to be in love. This is, building a nation has nothing to do about love. It has to do about delivering services to the people.
Honestly,
I've been in England. Do you think they speak English in England? Have you been to Welsh, to Wales? And Welsh is not English. Have you been to Ireland, where they speak Gaelish? That's not English. Scotland, they don't speak English in Scotland. Go and listen. Even what they speak in where I went to school, called Liverpool, is called Scouse. It sounds like English. It's a dialect of English. But the Scouser will tell you he's not an Englishman. Doesn't speak English. When you come to get to like St. Helens, they'll be talking to you like this. I think they look like this. Are you saying this person is speaking English? Say, yeah, he's speaking English. This is English. You know, so I don't understand, you know, like, and then how about their feelings toward each other?
yes.
The Scots despise the English. They fought civil wars. Till today, they carry blood feuds. Northern and how about Ireland is actually separated into two. Half of Ireland is part of the UK, half is independent. The Irish Civil War, they've been fighting. They don't like themselves in terms of the Welsh. Nobody likes the Welsh in England. In the so-called United Kingdom, fella go and ask the question: who and who unite?
This united.
For United Nations. No, it's not about it, because we mistake this man is saying we can never love ourselves. This is not building a nation together. It's not about loving yourself, loving each other. It's about loving yourself. It's not loving each other. You love yourself. You know, I know you want good roads. You want your feelings about this man should not hinder your own need.
That should be
To
the only
give
thing that
yourself
brings us
a good
together.
life.
Yeah.
The love of the self. Like, okay, I love myself enough to want to drive safely at night.
Exactly.
You too, talk them together.
Because I don't like you means I want to die.
oh,
I mean, I don't understand this concept and the people that have sold it to us in the way that they have sold it, you know, because we also lack elders, right? So the people that should be educating, putting money and orienting the people towards the right way of thinking benefit a lot from this
divisive way.
this maladaptation of our system that affects all of us. It pays them for people to be ignorant and lost and see enemies among themselves instead of them as the enemy.
I mean, but someone would argue that, you know, the First Lady's birthday is coming and she wants people to donate to the library to complete the library. So that's
Whose library?
The National Library.
The National Library.
Yeah. She wants people to donate for that, for her birthday. So that could be a way of her saying, I'm interested in education.
But that's what,
Maybe
that's what
she's trying to say that. Maybe she's letting us know that she's about to donate to the library
No.
to finish it.
No.
Don't worry. You have to understand. Some messages are cryptic. She's not. You know, this is an esoteric message. You're not supposed to hear it with ordinary ear. You know, the people she's asking to donate, you know, is within. The people, they are within.
It's none of your business. Don't worry.
Don't worry. You will see that they'll just
Library
announce in
will
the
just
news
show.
now that anonymous donations on the museum has been completed. Not be here with they'll donate 260 million for Davido in one day. That time, Nigerians, don't worry.
To wrap up this conversation, this EP is out on the 19th of September, right? So just tell people out there why they should stream it and what they should look forward to.
Because we need money.
Yes.
Vector, let me hold my hand. Let's tell
I
them.
size the
No,
money.
we school fees. Do you think we are choosing 19th of September? This school fees season.
True. I think I was around that 15th.
Listen,
Yes.
people, we know you love us.
Sure.
You will not want to see us outside.
Yes.
Ebowala Shiri.
Cover our
Just
secrets.
cover our secrets.
Yes.
Stream this to cover our. Let's just be
Yes.
basic. Let's not be
Yes.
talking about this highfalutin. We want people to feel the music.
play.
Ewo, stream it because we have bills.
to pay.
Please, at this period, then after the bills part, we'll tell you like, okay, yes, stream it because it will foster, you know, unique, good feeling, good vibe. The message is positive, all of that. But please,
stream it first.
And the church says,
Amen, brother, go with Christ. Yes. Makayoboye.
Not Makayoboye. This has been a time. Big shout out to the Big Bird and of course the Viper for coming through. This was a great time. I mean, I usually wrap up with Jay's take, but I think that all it takes are so many on the show today. So make sure when this video is out on YouTube tomorrow, you stream it to get again to rewatch the things that have been said and to listen again. Deep is out on the 19th of September. I will be back here on Friday with another exciting guest, 6 p.m. right here on 80.5 UFM, but of course across our social media, J_on_air live, and of course on YouTube, J_on_air TV. Make sure you're kind to your neighbors, kind to yourself, and let's move Nigeria forward. I think that's a great way to wrap up.
You're not kind to us now. Just told us that you bring in another exciting guest. You never
even go outside.
No, you were not.
See, you don't give us. What are you not give us?
You were excited. You're exciting now. So the next guest.
How's that for Jay's take?
Vector, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Okay, guys. Bye for now. We'll be back here on Friday. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
In a country where headlines change by the hour,
The Lagos State Ministry of Environment and Water Resources has designated this location for a key enforcement operation.
one voice breaks it down with clarity and confidence with some of the biggest opinion leaders. From politics and power moves to business